Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is our Rice News analyst, Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Reuben. Good morning, Rufai. Good morning, Tundun. Yes, I know, Reuben, you feel uncomfortable.
No, I don't feel uncomfortable.
Yes,
it's not him, it's me.
Okay.
It's Rufai that is uncomfortable.
You know we ignore Rufai. Now, let's go to the newspapers. This day newspaper. Lead story. Wike withdraws from reconciliation. 3 governors head to Edo State. No tax collectors amongst us. National Working Committee replies, Governor Wike. Party reports Rivers Judge to NJC. Another court stops Obaseki's exclusion from primaries. Of course, let's look how other newspapers are reporting the Edo situation. The Nation newspaper. Wike attacks PDP National Working Committee over Obaseki's bid. Rivers Governor. Some NWC members are tax collectors. Port Harcourt, Ekpoma courts give conflicting rulings. PDP reports judge to CJN. INEC warns parties on suits. And of course, the Vanguard newspaper, Edo PDP primary, conflicting court orders over Obaseki. Port Harcourt court stops him. Benin court clears him. PDP drags Justice Obile before NJC. Says it's played into the hands of politicians. Now, the situation in Edo State, yes, Wike, a major player in perhaps resolving the conflict, himself allegedly taking side, as it were, but he has decided to pull out and allow the rest of PDP governors in the South and elsewhere to reconcile the factions. But interestingly, the Port Harcourt judgment, there is an Ekpoma judgment. Court of concurrent jurisdiction, but Justice Obile has been reported to the NJC by the PDP. Over what? For giving a judgment? Or is there anything untoward in arriving at that judgment? But I think that was an ex parte judgment. That judge will give another ruling today, which will be the last before the primary. So we await that ruling, but there's an Ekpoma ruling. Politicians obtaining judgments, well, the courts are there to adjudicate. When politicians come, they have no option but to adjudicate. But again, we talk about using the courts unnecessarily by politicians. Reuben, you are the lawyers in the house.
Well, I mean, just to say simply that the drama is not unexpected. We had said that Obaseki crossing over to the PDP may have jumped from frying pan into fire. And that's what we seem to be seeing playing out now. But at the end of the day, we can only watch and see what happens. Governor Wike is playing a rather notorious role in the matter. But I think at the end of the day, all the various gladiators, they will either cancel themselves out or they will reconcile. Ogbede Yama and Masungbon and all the other persons saying that, look, you cannot dictate to us. Yes, they also have a right to insist on their, on their own claims. But at the end of the day, let's see how it plays out. However, the Obaseki camp has made it clear that what is happening now that he has crossed to the PDP, that the problem is not within the PDP, that the problem is coming from the APC side. So, but politicians will make all kinds of claims. But at the end of the day, we keep saying, by the end of this week, we will know what the picture is like. But on the APC side, of course, Ize Yamu has secured his place, yes, and he's in a comfortable zone. But Obaseki, I'm sure, with his supporters, will also see how they can work it out within the PDP.
I mean, the shocking thing is how they get this, courts to be able to give an order and a counter order. It was about
There are different courts.
7:26 p.m.
There are different courts acting independently.
I know. It was about 7:26 p.m.
Yes.
The Ekpoma thing came in, and they perfected that. Now we're beginning to see that. And I'm really excited that NGC is being called into this. Because when they copy INEC in a suit, what they're quick to claim is the fact that INEC is a federal body, and as long as if you get any federal court, high court anywhere, you can put them into it. But, you know, you are the lawyers in here. I'd like to ask about jurisdiction. A Port Harcourt High Court yesterday.
A court of coordinate jurisdiction cannot act as an appellate court over the other. Tundun, true or false?
Exactly.
Yes. Well, for the records, Wike said it's out of it, so we should accept that it's out of the Edo matter. That's what he has said. And of course, whether they like it or not, it's like there has to be a contest tomorrow by way of indirect primaries. Whether Obaseki will participate or not is what the courts are now discussing. And the Port Harcourt, Federal High Court Port Harcourt will give its own side of the judgment today, while there is the Ekpoma judgment. Now, let's move on to the other party, the Punch newspaper. More drama as police occupy APC office. National Working Committee battles Giadom over NEC. I have Buhari's approval to convene NEC meeting. Suspended secretary, they are talking about Giadom, who is also an acting chairman going by the judgment of an appeal court in Abuja. Now, you are on suspension, can't convene NEC. NWC once embattled shifting. I have decided to sit and watch development as they unfold, says Amechi, that's Rotimi Amechi. Now, the Daily Independent, despite Buhari's promise, APC leaders fight on. Party hosts virtual NEC Thursday, Giadom, it's invalid. You are not our member, Hilliard Etta. We are at the Secretariat to maintain order. Police. Of course, APC, with President Buhari's intervention, there seem to be no legs about the goings-on, the squabbles within the APC. A NEC meeting has been called. And Victor Giadom is saying he's doing that with the support of the president. That meeting is slated for tomorrow. What will come out of that meeting? Will that meeting actually hold?
Real quickly, Hilary Etta yesterday did say that it wasn't an occupation of the APC headquarters at Blantyre Crescent in Abuja, that they heard that some unscrupulous elements were around, that they had to call police to mandate order. And he kept on saying that it is wrong for you to say that they don't have the National Working Committee when they have about 15 members that are there with them. The Giadom faction, too, is still moving in hard. We had an interview yesterday with the chairman of the APC in Edo State that said he's aligned to the Giadom faction. I would like to see how this really plays out, because this is really interesting. Maybe we'll see more court cases, because I don't know.
It appears that we will.
It appears we will.
Drama everywhere amongst the major political parties as we speak. But can we just quickly move on to UK?
We've run out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel Efeni. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.